Now here is the follow-up video for the twin flame journey. First, I will say that the twin flame journey is not for the weak, okay? It is a very, very difficult journey to go through. And a big thing, not everybody has a twin flame. Everyone has soulmates, but not everyone has a twin flame. There are 144,000 twin souls on this planet right now, assisting with the paradigm shift. Basically, a twin flame is one soul that has ascended so much that it's split into two different bodies. And when you go into the lifetime on Earth, you live the same experiences, learn the same lessons, but you're just doing it from two different perspectives. One is embodying the masculine, one is embodying the feminine, and one is spiritually awake, one isn't. But when you meet, it's meant to make the unawake wake up. All right, part 2. So basically, before incarnation, your soul agrees that you will go into this lifetime as two different people. You will meet and then temporarily separate in order to heal, to come back into union. The process is painful, but it leads to a beautiful ending. Now, the twin flame journey initiates the moment you meet each other. Now, the moment, time, and place you all meet each other is unpredictable. Only the divine knows when it's going to be because it is all divinely orchestrated. They're meant to walk into your life when you aren't looking. And when you meet them, it's like this bright light is just being shined on them as if you're looking at a physical angel standing in front of you. And you can't understand why you are so drawn to them, but all you want to do is have a conversation with them and talk to them and just see what they're all about. And then the minute you two lock eyes with each other, that is it. It is over. You feel like you found the love of your life. Let's talk about the eye contact, because that itself is very intense. When you look into the eyes of your twin, you are actually looking into your own soul. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And when you look into your twin's eyes, you are looking into their soul, which is identically your soul too. When you look at each other, it's not awkward, it's not uncomfortable, it's actually very peaceful. You fall in love with them all over again just by looking into their eyes, because you see how beautiful you are. You see how amazing and wonderful and loving and pure your soul really is, and you see it when you look at them. And this really indicates the strong chemistry and the strong attraction that you two have for each other. It's almost like you can get lost in their eyes, because the more you stare into them. Okay, part 4. Now, twins really hit it off in the beginning. It's like in the beginning of the phase when you all first meet each other, it's like the honeymoon phase. You guys want to talk to each other, you want to see each other, you guys are constantly thinking about each other, you're just so mesmerized, so euphoric, and you all crave each other intimately, even before the act of intimacy. And there are even some cases where twins may have sex, or there may cases that they may not before the separation period happens. And if that happens where you do not have sex, the sexual tension is going to be a lot stronger and a lot more intense, because when they're away, you crave them more. Now, yeah, there's lust, but it's lustful love, not lustful lust. And I think some people in these karmic relationships are dealing with lustful lust. Ain't no love there. Y'all just sexually compatible in the fucking bedroom. And you and your twin have passion for each other. You want to make love. Okay, part 5. Now, while it may seem all peachy keen and rainbows, it eventually turns a little dire, because eventually what's going to happen is that one twin is going to be doing more of the chasing while the other person is going to be running. One of the persons in this connection is ready for this love. One of them isn't. The one that's ready is chasing. The one that's not ready is running. And eventually the running is going to be pushing the chaser away from them, but also the chasing is pushing the runner away from them more. So it's just this constant battle. There's an imbalance that's here, and it turns a little bit into unrequited love. Now, just because one person is expressing and showing the love more than the other person is, it doesn't mean that the love is only existing in one of the persons. The love exists mutually. There's a strong connection, a strong attraction to each other. The passion is there, the love is there, but one of them just isn't ready. So they separate. Now, the runner-chaser ordeal happens because one twin is simply not emotionally mature enough to handle all of the feelings that come with experiencing this insane amount of love. When you meet your twin, all of your 7 chakras will be activated. So your heart chakra, being at the center, is vibrating at such a strong and high frequency that you're experiencing all of this love, but you also got to experience the yin and yang. You have to experience the bad as well. You have to experience all of the pain that you've gone through as well. So that makes you need to tune into your heart space to heal that wound and all of those wounds. But the one that is not emotionally mature enough and ready for that, they run from that healing. They run from that feeling. So they're, in a sense, running away from their twin. The one that's running is the one that's not awake. They're not used to having to heal these wounds. They're running from themselves, not you. Now, the separation period of the twin flame journey is the most crucial. It's where you are grieving the loss of a person that is still alive. It's a heartbreak that you go through, so you feel the pain and you feel the loss and you feel the fear of them possibly not coming back, but that's just all doubt because they will. So when you go through this, it also traumatizes you because in a way it came out of nowhere and the person that you loved most just walked out and leaves you and abandoned you. So it triggers those feelings of abandonment, those inner child wounds, and that neglect, all of that emotional wounds that you have within you. Your twin triggers your deepest wounds when they separate from you. And it happens when you least expect it. This hits you like a big yellow school bus, like Regina George. She wasn't expecting that. That's why it hurts so much. It literally crushes your soul and you grieve. But it's okay because you're going to get through it. And there's resentment and regret for decisions made in the past that you thought could have possibly led to the separation. But ultimately, the whole separation period is divinely guided, and it can last months or even years up until union comes again. And during that time, both twins are divinely guided and protected by spirit. Union will come in divine timing, and it just takes patience on both ends until that can occur. Now, the separation phase happens so that twins can wrap up karmic cycles. So if there was a karmic debt that was bought in a previous lifetime, it now has to be paid in full in this lifetime. So it just has to play itself out. So the separation phase is just buying time for people to wrap up karmic cycles and to heal old wounds that they have within themselves so that they are not projecting that unhealed wounds onto their twin when they come back into union. You come from a place of strength and want, not a place of desperation. Now, the separation phase is meant for you to work on yourself and heal yourself so that by the time you enter union with your twin, you are entering from a state of healing, not from a state of trauma. Now, during the separation period, you all are connected in the 5D. So you all are communicating telepathically with each other. You may have dreams about each other, lucid dream, vivid dreams, daydreams. And although it may be easy to just sit in our head and reminisce about the times, it won't do us any good just sitting around waiting for the twin to return. It actually is up to us, the divine feminines, in order to work on ourselves, heal ourselves, and get ourselves into union with our own self in order to have them attracting to us. We have to attract, not attach or chase. This essentially molds you into your higher self, and you never would have grown or matured as much as you would have had this not happened. Also, during the separation phase, you'll be seeing a lot of angel numbers and repeating numbers everywhere, just synchronicities, just letting you know from your angels that they are guiding you and leading the way. You may even hear songs and lyrics to a song that just seems so relative to your situation, and it's just like, God damn it, every time I listen to Save All My Love for You by Whitney Houston, it never really resonated until now. But yeah, sorry. But remember, when your twin first met you, Divine Feminine, you were very, very much in love with yourself. And that's what attracted them to you in the first place. Now that you have this person in your life that you see as a physical vessel of your love, now all of that love is poured into them. But we got to remember that all that love that we love within them exists inside of us too. And we have to love ourselves first. We have to love ourselves like we love someone we love. So Divine Feminine, love yourself like you love your twin. Do that and watch them come back to you. Now, a big misconception that people have is that, yes, it's divinely guided, but you got to meet spirit halfway. You got to put in the work, and the work that's internal and also work that's physical. We got to make sure, divine feminines, that while we are in the separation phase, that we are working through our shadow work, that we are making sure that we are keeping our spirit aligned. We are grounding ourselves. We are meditating. We are healing. Also making sure that throughout this time that we are working on ourselves in our own career and building our own foundation so we can create our own legacy. So that way, when we come into union, it's not a codependency. It's not, oh, I need you and I need your money. No, it's a partnership now. You got to make sure that you can stand on your own 10 toes in your life without your twin present. Once you can do that, then that's when everything is going to start to pour to you. But if you're sitting back and just waiting for everything to happen, it's going to prolong this whole separation phase. That's why years have gone by, baby. That's why. I've been in separation with my twin for a year now. I mean, we met, we hit it off, we were in each other's lives, so we're approximately like 3.5 to 4 weeks, and then at that point we separated. And now it's been a whole year since we've seen each other physically in person. And yes, it was very, very hard in the beginning. Those first couple of months, I mean, I was heartbroken. I was down in the dumps. I was, Igor from whatever that show was called. So, but what I realize now is that my divine masculine had to do what he had to do. And I even realized that I was not ready. I thought that I was ready, but I really wasn't. I still had more healing to do. And I became lost in him. And I realized that was probably a lot of what had happened. But now looking back now, seeing who I am and seeing who I was then, I'm like, that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I literally got empowered through my pain. And you can too. And you are too. There's a purpose for your pain, baby. It's okay.